Sorry. I thought it was pretty good myself, but okay. Good morning. Those of you online, this is not a talking reindeer. My name is Joey Cole, and as your service leader this morning, I welcome you to the University Unitarian Universalist Fellowship. Please take this opportunity to silence your electronic devices. I would also like to welcome all of you who may be attending service electronically, and to thank our amazing Patrick Mitchell, who week after week does this amazing job that makes that possible. See, he's hiding behind the screen. We begin our services by inviting our committee chairs and others to come forward for any announcements that pertain to the business of the church.
Good morning. David McElroy. Tomorrow night here at the church is the men's support group. 7 o'clock here. Bring something to eat for yourself. We try not to share yet, but we'd love to have you 7 o'clock tomorrow night. And if you haven't come and want to, see me and I'll tell you about it. Thanks.
Hello, I'm Sarah Sullivan, and first of all, wearing my personnel hat. It's the holiday time, and we typically give our staff a bonus because they work hard day in, day out, month after month, and this is one of the ways we recognize them. And so if you would care to contribute to a bonus for the staff, I have a special bucket here today. During interlude, it will be over there on the table next to the regular bucket, so if you have extra, put some in one, some in the other, and everything that goes in here will go to staff bonuses. We'll be collecting this week and next week. Wonderful. If you are at home, you can also send in a check. You can use Vanco, lots of different ways to do this. Then switching hats to my treasurer hat. It's the holiday season, and if you happen to be shopping on Amazon, and use Amazon Smile, they do make a donation for your purchases. So you can choose Triple U as your charity of choice on Amazon, and we do get a small amount of money from that. So if that's something you'd like to do, please go ahead and switch to that. Thank you.
Great.
Good morning, Karen Cowden. I'm representing the Brick Project. Trista generously sent out an email blast, I think it was Friday, on that topic. So I will be in this week's Notable News. You'll see the link to Polar Engraving where you can go through the process, but I will also be here to chat with you. I will offer to have a paper form if you want that, and we can write it out together. The brick is $100, and then logos are $15. All of the money, except for the brick, of course, gets donated, and generously, Larry Vita has agreed to install them at said day, because we are very, very appreciative of that. So please start thinking that through of what you might want to put on your brick, your holiday. I would like to wrap it up by at least New Year's, right? Because it takes 4 to 6 weeks for them to ship them. They will send them free of charge to us once we have 5 orders, but my hope is we have many more. So yes, let's hope by a little before New Year's, I think. But that's great. I'll think of a deadline. Thank you.
Ann Packham here on behalf of the women's group with Roberta. We've been a little slow in planning, so just keep an eye out for an email. We're tentatively talking about getting together after service in 2 weeks from today, but we haven't confirmed anything yet, so just keep an eye out. And if you would like to participate that and you're not on the email list, just see me after.
Good morning. I am speaking on behalf of Reverend Tracy. She asked me to share these with you. They are Saturday, December 18th, 7 p.m. We are having a blue Christmas service, recognizing that the holidays can be tough for some. And we'll have a service honoring the grief that can surround this time, and the holidays are And I'm sorry, I jumped ahead. And you're invited to come to this service of recognition, reflection, and ritual to give you a space for healing. On Tuesday, December 21st, 7 p.m., winter solstice, we are doing a service. This marks the longest night of the year in the pagan tradition, and you're invited to join us for a ritual honoring the sixth source and making the official start of winter. And I understand that Reverend Tracy and Paula spent some time planning this service out, and it sounds awesome. Friday, December 24th, for Christmas Eve, we'll have two services. At 4 p.m., we're going to meet outside for a family service, a family Christmas Eve service. And although all ages are welcome, it's specifically designed so that families can celebrate together. And at 7 p.m. there will be inside for a traditional Christmas Eve candlelight service. That's my Tracy. Tag.
Okay, lots of stuff going on. All right, my opening words today have to do with music, because today's services emphasize one of the most important parts of any of our service, music. And music is one of the few things that can span generations, bridge political divides, even soothe the savage beast. I often feel that I don't consciously appreciate music as much as I should, but then I get reminded when I talk with Remus, with my granddaughter, because believe me, that's all that person talks about. So my opening words are just a couple of quotes I found that help me appreciate the miracle of music. From Confucius, music produces a kind of pleasure which human nature cannot do without. From Kahlil Gibran, music is the language of the spirit. It opens the secret of life, bringing peace and abolishing strife. From Robert Ingersoll, music expresses feelings and thought without language. It was below and before speech, and it is above and beyond all words. And Sarah Dessen, music is the great uniter, an incredible force, something that people who differ on everything and anything else can have in common. And now we will have our opening music, We Need a Little Christmas, and may I introduce the famous Mindy.
Thank you for having me back. It's nice to even be out on the road, driving. It's just so different. The old stuff is different. So I ask you to sing this with me. The lyrics are going to be up here very soon, just really soon. There they are. If you don't know this song, you're way too young. Stop it. Just stop. Here we go. Haul out the holly, put up the tree before my spirit falls again. Fill up the stocking. I may be rushing things, but deck the halls again now. For we need a little Christmas right this very minute. Candles in the window, carols at the spinet. Yes, we need a little Christmas right this very minute. Hasn't snowed a single flurry. Santa dear, we're in a hurry. Climb down the chimney, turn on the brightest strings of lights I've ever seen. Slide, throw out the fruitcake. It's time we hung some tinsels on that evergreen bough. For I've grown a little leaner, grown a little colder, grown a little sadder, grown a little older, and I need a little angel sitting on my shoulder. shoulder, need a little Christmas now. For we need a little music, need a little laughter, need a little singing, ringing through the rafters, and we need a little snappy, happy ever after, need a little Christmas now. Thank you.
What a great way to start. Woo! All right. It's now time to light our chalice, and if you will join with me and read the words that are on the screen. In the light of truth, we had a program meeting yesterday, and we were talking about, won't it be nice when the kids come back to light the candles? And I'm always reminded of Bill Coleman, who was here years ago and used to be very active with the service leaders, and he always said, kids and fire, what can go wrong? I think we have more problems than the kids do most of the time. Okay. In addition to lighting the chalice, the next thing we do in our service always is our affirmation. And again, I was reminded at the program meeting yesterday just how important a part of our service this is, because this is how we agree to be together. So think of these words, please, as you recite them with me. Love is the spirit of this church, and service is its gift. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek truth and love, and to help one another. I'd like to take this time to welcome any visitors in our congregation today. On the week she does not preach, topics and our speakers vary greatly from one service to the next. So we invite you to come back and experience the full breadth of what we have to offer. And I would especially like to welcome those who are online. Thank you for being here. Everybody turn around and wave. We're missing you, but we understand. We're just happy you're with us, even if it's electronically. And now we're going to have our joys and concerns where folks can come up and share their various joys and concerns. I do want you to be aware that this service is live streamed and that what you shared is published online, so please keep that in mind as you do share. And if you, I know Martha is taking anything that comes across online, and she will share those as well. So if you have joys and concerns, please come forward. My concern is that I'm feeling very discombobulated for the holidays.
I'm Ann Packham, and our joy this week is that Carl's sister and partner flew in from England very last minute. I think we got like 4 days' notice that we're coming over. They had a ticket they had to use up. And it's just been a great week. First of all, the weather's been perfect, so they went to the theme parks. We went up to Gainesville yesterday and got to visit with the girls, and it's just been a beautiful week. So we're lucky that they came over, and we hope to maybe go over there to see his mom at the end of January, barring any worsening with COVID.
To update you all on my grandsons who came into this world weighing 3 pounds. At 6 months old, they now weigh 15 pounds and are doing amazingly well. I'm going up to see them this coming week.
As Mindy so elegantly sang, well, you made a sound too as well. We need a little Christmas on the 3rd, Friday. I did my first Christmas carol at the Hub in New Smyrna Beach, and had about 80 people there, and I had an 80-year-old who came up and said he'd seen Christmas Carol by all the different movies and everything, and said mine was the best, so there you go.
Good morning, I'm Martha. Next Saturday, I have a joy. I'll be going to my nephew's wedding reception. They eloped, but they're having a big barbecue. And so Abigail and her boyfriend will be down. But that morning, we're going to be visiting my Aunt Mary Louise DeWolf, who's spoken to us a few times. She actually gave the opening service at this building when we first started. And it doesn't look like she's going to make it to Christmas. She's really not doing well. She's 89, I believe. And it's going to be hard to go see her, but so it feels like saying goodbye. But at least we'll be able to do that, hopefully, because we can get in the nursing home where she is. So anyway, just thought I'd share that for those of you that remembered her, and just sad. She's a UU minister as well, so anyway.
Hi, I'm Amanda Major. I want to express some joy for going on a fun camping trip last weekend with my kids and some friends. Finished my first MBA course, business law. Grateful for my son going on a camping trip with his troop. He's in Scouts. Without me for the first time a couple of weekends ago, so things are good. Good to be here with you.
I have some information from our online group. Hello. Kelly's mom had a minor fender bender car accident. She's physically fine, but mentally shaken up, so keep her in your thoughts. It will be much appreciated from Kelly. Happy. Wow, I love this Christmas Carol performance. And me too. I've never actually sung that song before. That was great. I love it. And from Beth Kiefer, her joy is her sister will be 94 this Friday, and we Zoom every week. So that's just wonderful. So thank you for our online group for sharing.
How lovely. If we could take a few moments to contemplate those joys and concerns that were spoken and also those that remain unspoken. Thank you. I love hearing the kids' voices out there. That's wonderful, just wonderful. Let me see. It is time for all ages, and Judith said I could handle this today. I don't have anything big prepared except to say that the emphasis for Christmas is almost always that particular holiday, but a lot of holidays, the emphasis has always been on kids, as it should be. That's wonderful. They're our future, and Christmas makes you think of when you were a kid, and it's a terrific children's holiday. But there are a lot of us who are no longer children, and way, way far beyond that. So because this is time for all ages, I would like us to consider this holiday, what we could do for those older people in our lives that we know. I'm one of them. So, I mean, I understand things like maybe volunteering to help people put up some decorations if they choose to. But if you volunteer to do that, make sure you volunteer to help them take them back down again. Anything else you can think of that you might be able to help somebody with who can't do as much for themselves? Karen?
Bring them to a holiday concert that's in a park.
Bring them to a holiday concert. And you said?
In a park.
In a park. That would be a wonderful, wonderful gift. Paula?
Help them to address the envelopes for their Christmas cards.
Absolutely. Help them with Christmas cards. Us old folks love mail. We like snail mail, not this Gmail stuff. We like snail mail. So yeah, it's wonderful to get cards. And if you can help somebody with that, that'd be terrific. Anything else?
Drive them to shop.
Drive them to shop. Absolutely. They may very well need to go someplace else to shop. Not everybody can get online and work their magic that way. Some people actually go into stores. So, are you catching a theme here? I'm having some technological problems, so if that's coming through. Anyway, watching holiday-themed movies, Secret Santa activities, helping them wrap gifts, playing fun Christmas games, hosting a virtual party. Maybe their family can get online, but they don't know how to. Maybe you can help with that. At any rate, there are a lot of ways we can help those in our community of all ages, and I want you to consider them this year, if you would, please. And now we will have our interlude and offering. As you know, we are a generous community, and a portion of our offering today, or the benefits, will go to Habitat for Humanity. Those of you who are here in person, you can use the basket over by the door. And don't forget, the red box there is for the staff here at Triple U. That's Trista, Judith, and our Reverend Tracy Barrett. So they will be getting some. And the RE staff as well. Thank you. That's Jake, Taylor, Chloe. Okay, so there you go. We have lots of people that help to run this amazing church, so please give generously. If you're online, you can do it online as well. Just go to universityuus.org.
So you know this song. I didn't think you needed the words for it. When you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you. When you're laughing, the sun comes shining through. But when you're crying, you bring on the rain. So stop your sighing, be happy again, keep on smiling, 'cause when you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you. Okay, everybody scat, or just pretend you're playing a kazoo. When you're sighing, you bring on the rain, so stop your sighing, be happy again, keep on smiling, 'cause when you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you.
Okay. It is my distinct privilege to introduce Mindy Simmons, whom you already know. She is a genuine and inspired performer who interacts with her audience in a way that enhances the experience for all. I don't want to take any more time away, so without further ado, please welcome the Christmas spirit herself, Mindy Simmons.
Thank you. So I'm just going to stay right here because we're going to do some singing, and I don't want to move back and forth. So when I was invited to come back, thank you for having me back, for one. It's this whole experience the past 2 years has been interesting, hasn't it? Yeah. So here's 'tis the season to be jolly, right? Here we're coming hopefully towards the end of this, or at least the pandemic is on the backside of things. Our fingers are crossed, we're hopeful. So here we are. We still need to mask to be safe, yet here we are. We still need to consider social distancing from strangers, yet here we are. Yay! We are survivors, right? We are surviving. Each day, each night, every interaction, we are surviving. And that is cause for joy. It's kind of weird to have the perspective of, whew, survived that one, and to be joyful rather than despondent. So my question is, how are you doing in your survival? Because there are many ways to look at that. I have a friend who is a total Debbie Downer. There's nothing going on that isn't, the glass is always half empty. And I heard somebody say a while back, you can see the glass as half empty, or you can see the glass as half full. I see a vessel worth filling up. And I was like, oh man, I wish I'd thought of that one. And then I got a little card in the mail from a church that I serve with my paycheck. And it says, never postpone joy. And I stuck it on my refrigerator because what a reminder. Really, truly, no matter what we are all going through, we are in a first world experience. You know, if you start feeling snarky, go flush your toilet and give thanks. We have indoor plumbing, folks. I'm just saying. Okay. And what? And wall-to-wall floors. Roofs. So now I personally have had the most incredible roller coaster ride that I've had in my whole lifetime. And it's been going on for several years now. Just before the pandemic hit, I left a relationship that I had truly hoped was a forever partnership. And that's always, even when you know it's the right thing to do, it's sad and emotionally distracting. I also, at the same time, cast off the hopes that I would be certified to teach music full-time, simply because I cannot do higher math. I passed the certification to teach music, but I could not pass the algebra test. And then I decided, you know what? Algebra teachers don't have to pass math or music tests, you know? So, but I was distressed about that. And at the same time, my father, who was in an assisted living, went into a downhill slide into the scary decline of dementia. He died last year in August. And yes, all of that took my spirits down, 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 down into the dumps, several times where I had to go into my emotional cocoon and just be for a while. Just breathe. There's nothing wrong with that. And I'm sure that the new minister will talk about that at the blues service. There is nothing wrong with going into a cocoon for protection. Indeed, it can be exactly what one needs to rest and restore your spirit. However, if you stay there too long, it can start to feel like that is the only safe place for your heart and your mind in that little cocoon. And that is when one needs to take a brave look and be strong and come out to the light. And I want to emphasize that with a song by Janice Stanfield. What would I do if I knew that I could not fail? If I believed, would the wind always fill up my sail? How far would I go? What could I achieve? Trusting the hero in me. If I were brave, I'd walk the razor's edge, where fools and dreamers dare to tread. I'd never lose faith, even when losing my way. What steps would I take today if I were brave? What would I do today I were brave? What would I do today if I were brave? What if we're all meant to do what we secretly dream? What would you ask if you knew you could have anything? Like the mighty oak sleeps in the heart of a sea, are there miracles in you and me? If I were brave, I'd walk the razor's edge, where fools and dreamers dare to tread. I'd never lose faith, even when losing my way. What steps would I take today if I were brave? What would I do today if I were brave? What would I do today if I were brave? Think about it. What would you do today if you were brave? Step outside that cocoon and be brave. So easy to sing about. So hard to do sometimes, right? It takes courage to be brave. So my father and I had a really special relationship, and as challenging as it was and as sad as it was to help him through his passing, it was such an incredible honor to spend the last 3 months of his life with my father, and I was his primary caregiver. My siblings were all down with it, and they came and relieved me from time to time, but he was close to me physically. Psychiatrist. I was like, it was my major in college, but I studied psychology as my minor, so he and I would like get into this heady stuff. And he told me, in psychologically speaking, we were talking about this pandemic and the stress that everybody was under. And he said, there are stress levels that we all can handle. This is measured on a point system. And let's say for this conversation, 20 points is the maximum stress level that the medical field tells us is tolerable for the average person. Okay, but that's the top. You're a donkey on the edge when you're dealing with 20 stress points. And they don't have to be bad or sad issues. We are all moving, feeling, energy, receiving, and emitting beings, creatures, right? So each event that produces stress of any kind in our hearts and our minds affects us adversely in our physical bodies and in our interactions with everything else that we encounter. So for instance, in the point system, saying that 20 points a stress level is the most one should have to deal with at any one time. Big issues like buying a house. There's 10 stress points right there. Getting married is 10 stress points. Just moving is 10 stress points. The death of a friend, 10 stress points. Divorce, 10 to 15 stress points right there, right? And so on. All the while, simple daily events, grocery shopping, keeping the house clean and the yard work done, getting the kids to school on time, getting yourself to work on time. Each of these are, let's say, 5 to 7 stress points. So add it all up. On an average day, we are already at 10 to 15 stress points. So if you add any extra stress points, you're already over the top. So when one can take these things one at a time, we have the emotional and physical energy to handle them. But when they come up all at once, boom, we get blindsided. That's when life gets overwhelming. And just for fun, let's just add a global pandemic that's been politicized on top of even just the daily stresses. You know, wowza. And yet, here we are. We are surviving. Ta-da! So I would like to invite you to start with today and this season forward, whatever you are and have been going through and dealing with and working out, bring yourself, bring your heart and your mind daily to a safe space for simple breathing and smiling when you're smiling. Physically moving. It's very easy to become a couch potato when you're getting depressed, and that does not help. So stretch with yoga. You don't have to go out there and run a marathon. That would stress me out to run a marathon, I'm just saying. Quiet your mind with meditation. It's all transforming. And yes, rest. And then very, very important, which you are all doing, connect. Reconnect with your community. We are finding ways to safely connect so that we're not alone. We Zoom. We're hybrid now, which is, who'd have thunk that this is the new normal. We're not going to go back to not broadcasting and reaching out. And the beautiful thing about that is we reach more people, more lives, more hearts, more minds are affected in positive ways. Let's keep it positive. Knowing that we are not alone, even in our isolation, is humanly and humanely important. So let's connect, shall we? Let's sing. Smile through your masks. We can see smiles in each other's eyes. Can we not? Turn to each other right now and smile with your masks on and notice, look, you can see the brightness. And even through our masks, let's make some music. Let the smiles and your voices and the music bring in the light. Right? And they're not all Christmas songs because you celebrate all the holidays and none of the holidays. And what is it in the Seinfeld, the Festivus for the rest of us? Here we are! Well, I could just sit around making music all day long. As long as I'm making music, I know I can't do nobody no wrong. And who knows, maybe someday I'll come up with a song to make people want to stop their fussing and fighting just long enough to sing along. Come on. I believe in music. Oh, I believe in love. Sing that line again now. I believe in music. Let them hear you online. I believe in love. Music is love and love is music, if you know what I mean. People who believe in music are the happiest people I've ever seen. So clap your hands, stomp your feet, and shake that tambourine. Lift your voices to the sky. God loves it when you sing. Come on. I believe in music. I believe in love. Yes, I do. I believe in music. I believe in love. Music is the universal language, and love is the key to fellowship, peace, and understanding, and living in harmony. So Take your neighbor by the hand and sing along with me, and find out what it really means to be young and rich and free. I believe in music, I do. I believe in love. I believe in music. Oh, I believe in love. Sing it out there in Zoom land. Come on. I believe in music. Oh, I believe in love. One more time now. I believe in music. Yes, I do. I believe in love. Oh, y'all are in good boy. Yeah. All right, so my goal this year is to get one of those iPads that all of the musicians have, excepting me. I'm still in the 3-ring notebook school, so technology, yes, I can so relate, you know. This is a Bellamy Brothers song, and again, I think, you know, if you don't know it, you're too young, so, you know, what? And I just learned that the Bellamy Brothers live in the Brooksville area in Florida. They're Florida guys. So I'm hoping someday I'll get to meet them. This is one of my favorite of their songs. You don't know who they are? Or are you just having a private conversation? I serve a temple, and we just moved into a new space that has just stark walls. And it's very reverberatory. The floor is not carpeted. And the rabbi says to everybody, so you need to understand that when you're talking, even if you're whispering, we can hear you. So just make sure you're only saying nice things. There's a reason for the sunshine sky, and there's a reason why I'm feeling so high. Must be the season when those love lights shine all around us. So let that feeling grab you deep inside and send you reeling where your love can't hide, and see the healing as pure love lights up the whole world. Oh, just let your love flow like a mountain stream, and let your love grow with the smallest of dreams, and let your love show, and you'll know what I mean. It's the season. Oh, let your love fly like a bird on the wing, and let your love bind you to all living things, and let your love shine, and you'll know what I mean. That's the reason. Well, there's a reason for the warm, sweet nights, and there's a reason for the candle lights. Must be the season when those love lights shine all around us. So let that wonder take you deep into space and lay you under its loving embrace. Just feel the thunder as it warms your face. You can't hold back. Oh, just let your love flow like a mountain stream, and let your love grow with the smallest of dreams, and let your love show, and you'll know what I mean. That's the season. Oh, and let your love fly like a bird on the wing, and let your love bind you to all living things, and let your love shine, and you'll know what I mean. That's the reason. Just do that again. Oh, just let your love flow like a mountain stream, and let your love grow with the smallest of dreams, and let your love show, and you'll know what I mean. It's the season. Oh, let your love fly like a bird on the wing, and let your love bind you to all living things, and let your love shine, and you'll know what I mean. That's the reason. Oh, it's the reason for the season. Oh, let your love flow. Yeah, 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 yeah. Y'all are doing good. See, I figured y'all would know these songs. And this one, of course, 'tis the season to be jolly. Deck the halls with boughs of holly, fa la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly, fa la 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 la. Don we now our gay apparel, fa la 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 la. Throw the ancient Yuletide carol, fa la 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 la. See the blazing Yule before us, fa la 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 la. Strike the harp and join the chorus, fa la 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 la. Follow me in merry measure, fa la 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 la. While I sing of Yuletide treasures, fa la 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 la. Fast away the old year passes, fa la 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 la. Hail the new ye lads and lasses, fa la 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 la. Sing we joyous all together, fa la 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 la. Heedless of the wind and weather, fa la 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 la. Fa la 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 la. Yeah. Heedless of the wind and weather. So when you go home, go call somebody up north and say, "Hi, I'm in sandals and shorts. What you wearing?" I was organizing my closet because I have OCD. And actually I have ODC. That's OCD with dyslexia. So, I mean, I'm a mess. But I was organizing all of my shoes and I'm trying to downsize. Is anybody else going through that? When I have so much of my mother's stuff, she died 7 years ago. So much of my father's stuff just a year ago, and I'm the one delegated to go through all this stuff, and I'm like, I'm not leaving my stuff like this for anybody to have to go through. So I'm starting with donating clothes, and I'm doing my closet. This was not planned for me to tell you this, by the way. But I lined up all of the shoes that I wear all the time. Sandals. And I thought, I have to take a picture of this and put this on my Facebook and say, these are my winter shoes. All right, so this is the last song that I have for us to sing along with, and it's just so appropriate. Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, próspero año y felicidad. Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, Feliz próspero año y felicidad. Wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. Let's do it all again. Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, próspero año y felicidad. Feliz Navidad, Navidad. Feliz Navidad, próspero año y felicidad. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. Thank you all. Thank you for having me, and I hope that was enough for you. Okay. You want another one? I brought a whole book of Christmas stuff. One more? Okay, this is one that my friend Lisa Bone, we have a duo act where she sings harmony with me. Most of the time she sings harmony. She's learning to play ukulele, and she's gotten very good at it. I mean, I look at her and go, only 4 strings, and you're getting all that sound out of that. We do a holiday show, and this is one she brought to us. Mele Kalikimaka is the thing to say on a bright Hawaiian Christmas day. That's the island greeting that we've sent to you from the land where the palm trees sway. Here we know that Christmas will be green and bright, the sun to shine by day and all the stars at night. Mele Kalikimaka is Hawaii's way to say Merry Christmas to you. That's all there is to it. Okay, so let's make something up here. Mele Kalikimaka is the Florida way if you're Hawaiian on this bright Christmas day. That's the Longboat Island greeting way to say Merry Christmas as the palm trees sway. 'Cause in Florida we know it will be green and bright, the sun to shine by day and beautiful stars at night. Mele Kalikimaka is Hawaii's way to say Merry Christmas, Merry, Merry Christmas, say Merry Christmas to you. And I have one more I want to share with you if I can find it in here. Okay, so this is how we cross-culturally merge in our world. This is one of the best Christmas carols ever written, and it was written by a Jewish man. And I don't know his name. Somebody else here probably knows who the author is. But when he wrote it, he called up his contemporaries and said, I have just written the best ever, and I'm going to make so much money. Good for him. And then I, being a Floridian and a songwriter, have adapted it. So we'll go through it so you know it, and then I'll sing my part. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten as children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmas Christmases be white. But we don't have white Christmases down here. So I'm dreaming of the white beaches, just like the ones I see each day, where the seagrass glisten as children listen to hear seagulls as they play. I'm dreaming of the white beaches with every Christmas card I write. May your days be sunny and bright, and may all our beaches stay white. No off-drawer drilling, please. Merry Christmas, y'all. Irving Berlin, thank you. Yes, Google.
What a great way to kick off the season. Fantastic, fantastic, just wonderful. Well, okay. Are we going to do Joy to the World? Is that that's closing music? Okay, so I think I'm supposed to extinguish the chalice first. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It was just wonderful. Please join me as we extinguish the chalice. We extinguish this flame, not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. And now we'll have our closing music, which is Joy to the World.
And the lyrics, I couldn't open up the files that were sent to me to check the lyrics. So the lyrics that I chose are in our gray hymnal, because they're not, mostly they're traditional, but the Lord, instead of the Lord, it's the Word is come. And let earth with praises ring. So they're a little bit different. You know, we always do the unification of the lyrics. Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth with praises ring. Let every heart prepare a room, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing. Joy to the earth, now gladness reigns. Let hearts their songs employ, while fields and floods, rocks, hills, and plains repeat the sounding joy, repeat the sounding joy, repeat the sounding joy. No more let sin and sorrow grow, nor thorns infest the ground. Because, oh, these are not the same words I have, far as curse is found, as far as curse is found, as far the curse is found. Love rules the world with truth and grace, and makes the nations through. The glory of love's righteousness, and wonder of that love, and wonder of that love, and wonders of our love. Yeah, we'll ad-lib in there. Closing words. sometimes I find the closing words when I'm flipping through, when I'm starting a talk. And sometimes I change it, but I really like this. It's communion out of our gray hymnal. And it's 725, the simplest of sacraments. Simply to be and to let things be as they speak wordlessly from the mystery of what they are. Simply to say a silent yes to the hillside flowers, to the trees we walk under. To pass from one person to another a morsel of bread and answering yes. This is the simplest, the quietest of sacraments. So be it. Namaste.
That concludes our service. Go in peace and have a wonderful, wonderful holiday.